Hello, I'd like to explain a few parts about the rotation experiment. In this experiment, we're going to use the sensor on our smartphone, a sensor that helps us to measure rotation. These sensors are usually extremely expensive experiments for our labs, so we are not really able to have those in the labs. But fortunately, with the smartphone, this is made possible. So the first part I want to explain is that I want you to either rotate a chair or rotate a stool, and then you place your smartphone on it. On the smartphone, I want you to download this app called Phyphox, Phyphox. And one of the features of Phyphox is a gyroscope. So here is a gyroscope used to measure rotational velocity. So omega equals to radius per second around the x-axis, around the y-axis, and around the z-axis. So this is a complete measurement at once, and all the data can be exported into your computer for analysis. And also these three rotations can also be combined together and then give you a total rotation in terms of angular velocity in the units of radians per second. So this is how to measure rotational angular velocity using a smartphone app, Phyphox, specifically the gyroscope rotation feature. That's the first thing we learned in this experiment. Second thing we learned in this experiment, which is very important, is traffic safety. Again, we've been talking about traffic safety in this class. So when a car turns on the road, that's not a spin, but that's also a rotational motion because the car follows a path that's part of a circle. So we want to say the rotational motion, if it's a rotational motion, it's part of a circular motion. And we know circular motion always needs a force to pull it towards the center. And in our case, the force is a friction force. And if the road is flat, we count entirely on static friction. So if it's raining or snowing or somehow the road is slippery, then we really need to do what? Do you know? To be safe, slow down, slow down, slow down. Because the centripetal force required is velocity squared divided by the radius of the circle. So when you slow down, you need much less force to pull you towards the center, and you're much less likely gonna run out of friction. And if you look at all the skid marks on the circular turns, you see what I mean. So that's the first part. Whenever you make a turn, either on flat surface or even on banked surface, you need to slow down. Slow down is the most important way. It's the ultimate trick to make you safe when you're making a turn. Whenever you make a turn, you slow down, you'll be safe. So, because making a turn is a rotational motion, so I want to make sure we add that part of traffic safety here. Share this with your friends, your family, and your friends, people around you to make our community safer. So that's the two parts. First, we introduce measurements of angular velocity in terms of radians per second using smartphone app Phyphox. And secondly, we introduce traffic safety of making a safe turn by slowing down, right? The magic words are slowing down. All right, so that's the rotation experiment. Stay safe.